Okay, great.
Only the screen record content.
Ritik sir,
Audio చూడండి.
Okay, so my screen is visible.
yes sir.
Okay,
Sir, I have a request. Sir, can you just give a brief from question 7 in of last class? Append.
append. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so the append thing you want to redo.
Yes sir.
Correct?
Yes sir.
Okay. So what we have discussed till now, let me show you first. So yesterday something done, that Linux versus Windows we done. This part we will do today, that you install some apps, and and the app is expected to run on your command line, and you type, suppose I install the app CLI, and some noise is coming from some person, I think. Can other people mute if you not asking anything? Yeah. So suppose you install a app CLI and you write on the command line, and some error is coming like this, that this app is not recognized. So that part we will solve here. There is something known as SSH authentication that we will discuss today. Update and upgrade, you all know that update, what does update is, it check for the update. Okay, so what it does, it check for the update. So this is the check for update. So it extract all the info, latest info. Okay, so latest info of the version, that what are the versions available, and what upgrade do. Upgrade do the download that latest version and then install it. Okay, so this is the thing. Then also something more you add to it, that is sudo. What is sudo? Sudo means run as administrator, the same thing that you do in Windows. Okay, correct. Okay, so this is also similar thing. If a dollar is coming, then you are a normal person. Okay, so, and if a hash is coming, then you are a run that administrator. So any command you write, you don't need to rewrite the sudo again. And something dual boot we talked about, but we are not going to discuss that anyway. So yesterday this much part we did.
So sorry to interrupt you. Last slide you told about hash and
Sorry.
so in last slide, can you go to the last slide?
Yeah. So
This part has a dollar and hash.
yeah. So let me run the. So now if I do, if I run anything, this is normal command without any administrative purpose. But if I start a new bash shell, so this is a bash shell. Okay. This is a Ubuntu machine, and Ubuntu machine generally their CLI is used bash shell. Okay. So if I use sudo bash and press enter, then now the hash is coming, means I am now the root person. Now I don't need to write again update the sudo part again. So, many times you see this, don't worry, that is not required, but many times you see this. Okay, the recommended thing is you are a normal person. Okay, so here I am the user HRM, but here now the root user means the administrator user. Okay, so it is something like suppose I open a game, okay, Mario, right?
Sir,
I can
what
open.
What is the username there?
The root is not a user, means root is administrator of the main Linux. Okay, so I can open the app normally, correct? And I can run as administrator. The run as administrator is the same thing as sudo, but in Linux. Okay, Run administrator happens in Windows. Okay. So file management we did. You were asking about the redirection part, correct?
Yes, sir.
So the installation part is done. So this all part we discussed. Virtualization. So virtualization means this is a concept when multiple VMs are running, and hypervisor is a software that provide that opportunity. Okay, so dual boot is not a virtualization. WSL2 is a type 1 hypervisor, and that is recommended for all of you. Okay, to install the WSL2. And if it is not WSL2, you can enable the virtualization from going to BIOS, and then you can install the WSL2. And the installation command is present here. So you can check the WSL version, and if it is not WSL2, then you can update the WSL, and then you can do the other things. Okay. Okay. So that's
Sir, we have to check WSL in Windows command prompt, no?
Yeah, correct.
Okay.
Okay, so upgrade we have already talked about. Basics of Linux. So Linux has everything directory and files, and Windows has partitions, and then there is more directory. There is more things other than directory and file. But Linux treats everything as a directory and files. Everything is organized under root, and then there is path. So the most important thing you need to understand which is directory, which is file, and what is the path, because in Linux everything works on the path. So the first thing we talk about the path. So if anything, the path, if it starts from the slash, then that is the absolute path. But if it is start from other thing, that is the relative path. So dot is a relative path which represent the current directory, and the tilde is a path which represent the home directory of current user. Note that is not the home directory, that is the home directory of current user. So home directory path is /home, but home directory user, the tilde is this path. Okay. And in home there could be multiple users like TDS user, HRM user, and I can create more users to home directory. Anyway, so this is the path. And I also told you, since you install in the WSL, then all the drives are mounted in MNT. So copy the same thing here, the C user and Ritik, but just add the /MNT, and all your drives are mounted there. So you will able to locate that path. Okay. So that's the navigating files and directory. Then we know that how to do the create files and move and delete files. Okay, so that part we discussed. Creation of directory is done by mkdir, make directory, and creation of files is done by the touch command. So if you touch file2.txt, that file will be created, and mkdir project will be created. And similarly, we do the practice in the yesterday session. And if you want to move the file, you write the move command, move the particular file path and the destination path where you want to move. For deleting the directory, you need to provide the R option, that you need to keep in mind. Okay, so there is something known as argument, we already discussed. You can edit the files, use nano command, the very things, and you can see the file using the cat command. Okay, so that is the append things you are asking, correct? So suppose I do ls and I do the cat, some noise is coming from some person, I think. Can other people mute yourself? So this is the cat command, and there is one command known as okay, so suppose there is one thing, if I pass a string like 7 into 8 to bc, sorry. So it give me the result. So there is bc command. Am I audible? There is bc command which do the calculation. Suppose I have a file, so I use a nano file, and here I write an expression 8 into 10 divided by 100. Okay, so this is a string. I can save it using Control O, save. Here the things are mentioned, and Control X will exit. So Control X, Control X.
Sir, what is this editor?
Nano. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so we have written one file. The file name is, I think, Y. Okay, so we haven't, yeah, the file name is Y. So I can cat Y. Correct? So what is the content inside Y? This. Okay, so I want that bc commands takes the input thing and calculate the thing. So if I cat y, I am getting a string, but I don't want that string. I want that, hey bc, take this thing and calculate the value. So it has calculated that value. Okay, so let me edit the things nano y, and let me add 100. Sorry everyone. Yeah, so if I
here
cat y,
file, which file you are talking about?
I have written a file y, okay, and the content inside the file y is this.
So this file is saved somewhere else already.
Yeah, this file is saved in this directory. You can do pwd in /home/hrm. It is there.
Okay, okay.
Okay.
So basically, this means whatever the file you have saved in whatever the like whatever the file which are hidden or saved in somewhere, you can find, and then you can directly do um, uh,
Okay, let me clear what we are doing. So we have a computer. So we have a computer where Windows operating system is running. Okay. We have another computer, their Mac operating system is running, and we have another system where Ubuntu operating system is running. So these are the different operating systems. Okay.
okay.
Generally, this Mac, this is also Linux. The Mac is also Linux, and there is one famous thing which is known as terminal there, and the terminal there, and in Windows there is also terminal. You know the CMD and the PowerShell, correct? In Linux there is PowerShell bash, and the Linux is meant to operate command line. So we are learning that how to operate on the Linux machine. So how to run the command bash and other things, that we are learning. What the point? So what we did, so suppose, but you have the window machine, so you need to install the Ubuntu machine. So what you did, window provide a hypervisor Hyper-V, and with that there is WSL2, and with that we install the Ubuntu machine, okay, alongside Windows, and there is
Yes,
hardware. Yeah, there is hardware you have. So now we, instead of operating on Windows, we are operating on the Ubuntu machine. That's all. So how to run everything that you can do on Windows, everything can be done on Ubuntu machine. And since we are going to use mostly the Ubuntu machine, so we are learning that how the basic thing that you can do, the file creation, saving, copying the result in Windows, the same thing how you can do in the CLI part, the command line interface, the terminal part. Did you got the point what we are doing?
yes, sir.
Okay, so now we are in Ubuntu machine. This is not a command prompt. Okay. So yeah, so I want, so there is bc command which take the output of this thing, and solve this equation and result me the answer. Suppose I want to save the result in a file. So I can write the file name result.txt, and instead of giving me output here, it has saved the output in the result.txt. You can say a new file has created. Initially there is no result.txt, and if I cat result.txt, the output you can see. Okay, if I do it again, the result is same, but I want append operation, that next time it add at the end of the line, then there is append operation, and this append just add a new line. It does not modify the previous content. So this is append, and this is normal insert. Okay, means it override the whole file. So there is flow. Okay, so you give some input to a command, that command results some output, that output is given to another command as an input, and so this is what happened. So this is a cat command which is given the input. What input it has been given? The Y file, correct? It has produced the content like this string 8 into 10. Then this input has been given to BC. Then it has produced the result 80. Then we do the redirection and to result.txt. Then this 80 result has been saved to this file. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
So here we use WSL2. So what is the version of WSL2? Should be.
You can go to the command prompt and you can run WSL -- version.
Mm-hmm.
You can see the WSL version currently running.
The 2.4.13.
Okay, so WSL is something like a VM. It creates a machine, and on that machine we install the Ubuntu operating system. Okay, then we discuss the variables. So the variable are exactly in Python there can be spaces, but in Linux there cannot be any spaces, because if you provide the space, then that will be counted as command. Then there is print command in the things so this is okay. Just forget everything. This is the Python code, and let us try to map it. So there is P. You can give the space, but whenever you are signing in the bash shell, you don't have to give space. And since you are reading the command line argument, then there is a $1. You can write the command line argument to get that. Then R you can write $2. Then T you can write $3. Okay. If you want to assign some other string, you can write hello. So that part will also be done. Here we want to do the calculation, so we can write the thing.
So string part we not need to write dollar, like.
Yeah. So this $1 is a variable. Okay. So if you want to print the thing, so echo, and so let me clear that part. So suppose I have a value, so A is equal to 100. So why it is giving me error? Because there is spaces and it is treating A as a command.
Right.
So if you don't want to treat that A as a command, you do not provide the space. B as a hello. Okay. So if I do echo A, I am getting A because A is treated as a string, but I want that to treat as a variable, so I will write echo $. Okay. So that's all. So the argument are like this: $1, $2, $3. Okay. So that is the part, and this is the calculation part that we did. What we say that we want this string, so we converted this thing in the string. In string, I want to substitute, so I write $P into $R. Okay, just take it right now. Then I send it to BC, but I have to echo it. Okay, otherwise it will be treated as a command. So I will echo it, and then the output of this thing I have to save it, and I have to assign it to SI. So that's the code that we have written.
Then the dollar initializes the variable.
You can think like that. No. Dollar does not initialize the variable. Dollar just read the value. Okay, you can think like that.
Okay.
So means something. If something is different from a string, if something you are taking from outside, then you can think like that. We need to use dollar.
So this is clear. In above you write something like echo inverted commas hi $name, these things.
Yeah.
So
So if you
it write hi John. Okay. Name is John.
Yeah, yesterday we discussed, no, there is different in double quotes and single quote. This part we discussed yesterday. In Python, there is no difference. In Bash shell, there is difference.
So in Bash, every time we write it echo.
Yeah. So if you want to print, then echo.
Okay.
Okay. This part is very important. This assign the value. This also assign the value, but value is accessible to child process. Very, very important. Okay. So suppose suppose I just let me clear. Just let me finish. Okay. Just if I write here echo and hello, it will print hello. If I write echo $name and if I save it, so this is the content of y. I need to give the executable permission to it. Then I can run this thing. This is running, but it is not printing any name. So let us assign a name. So name is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, yeah. If I now run, I am still not able to get the name. So for that, you need to export. Export name is equal to 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4. And if I now run, the child process will able to access the name variable. That is very, very important. You all should keep in mind.
Sir, when you define a variable in the parent process, it is not accessible in the child process until you export it. So what about the other way, sir? If I define a variable in the child process, is it available in the parent process without exporting?
No.
With exporting?
With exporting, I don't think so. The export gives the child process. I'm
So
not sure.
from child you cannot access the parent. From parent you cannot access the child.
I'm not sure. I need to check. Okay.
Sir, I have a doubt. I want to know when we do the export thing, where is this variable saved exactly?
In this bash shell, I think there is one command I am missing. Just give me a time. Just wait a second.
Print env you can use.
Print env, I think it works in CMD. In bash shell, it is different.
In bash, it is simply env, sir.
Is it env?
So from where can we get the slides?
Just wait a second.
What was the question? I missed the question, please.
Yeah, I'm telling you. Is print env works here? I don't think so. Yeah, it is working here. So there is all the things. So this is a shell variable, WSL2. There is lot of variables, and there is name variable.
Okay, and so if
even if we I think.
But note the thing.
And then
note one. Okay, just note one thing. If I restart the terminal, that thing is. Your audio got lagged. Just one more thing. If you restart the thing, that variable is gone. Okay.
Okay, so variable will last for one instance of the terminal that is active.
Yeah, and that is why we will discuss. There is something known as bash RC. Okay. So there is something known as bash RC, and we are going to discuss that. So what is bash RC? So bash RC is something that is run. Is there any more slide? Let me. Yeah. So what is bash RC? Bash RC runs first. Okay, so there is environment variable. You understood that there is this is with the print env. You can see all the environment variables. Correct. There is two important environment variables. One is path. Yeah, the one is path, which is very important. Okay, and other variables we can set on the starting. So what happened that there is one file known as bash RC, which is in your home folder. So where is this bash RC file? Can anybody comment by seeing the path? So this is a command for Linux. This is command for CMD. This is command for the PowerShell. Okay.
It is in the home directory of the user logged in.
It is in root.
It is written here. Can you see the tilde?
Yeah, it is in the home directory of the user logged in.
Correct. So what will be the absolute
home
path?
directory of the user.
So what will be the absolute path?
/home/user.
So there is no tilde sign.
This is the tilde
Yeah,
sign.
tilde is the shortcut for the home.
Correct. Tilde is the shortcut for this. And then there is dot bash RC. Okay. So where am I currently? Am I in tilde? And there is
PWD to check the.
Yeah, I am tilde.
So
Here
wait.
it is.
So I have just give a command in Ubuntu print env, and then you said check the path, right? So here it's showing slash and then USR, and you are saying the tilde sign is there, like.
No,
Oh,
that is.
okay. It's in my right.
I am saying something different. That path has gone. I am talking about one file known as bash RC.
Okay, sir.
So let me go and open the bash RC file. So there in ls I am not able to see the bash RC. Why? Because in Linux anything start with dot, that is hidden by default, and for that you need to provide -a option, and you will able to see that bash RC is there. One thing yesterday I forgot that there is dot, there is double dot. What do they represent? Actually, the previous folder is this
refers to the parent folder.
Yeah, and this is current folder, and that is also if I do ls -la, can you see the type? This is a type directory. Even the dot and double dot means the parent folder is also one directory. So in Linux everything is directory, even the previous folder is directory. Okay, anyway, so ls does not result the bash RC, and ls -a result the thing. If you are not in home directory, you can just type cd, you will be in home directory. Suppose I move to some other directory, and if I want to move to the home directory, I can just type cd and press enter. I will move to the home directory. Anyway, so ls does not result the bash RC, ls -l result the ls -a result the hidden files. So I want to edit this file. So if I go to the nano.bash RC, this is the file, and here I have written this thing. Okay, let me echo something more. Echo hi.
So here, sorry to interrupt you. These commands like below the, how to get these things?
This is nano editor I am opening, and how to save and things. What command? These commands you are talking. Don't.
So show the previous command, nano command.
Yesterday, have you seen my session?
Yes, sir.
There I discussed the nano means notepad. Okay, if you are not able to get nano, then I would say for beginners. Okay, for beginners I would say type notepad, then bash RC. Notepad is not there. Okay, if you are beginner, then go to Windows. So leave the Linux operating system, go to Linux, go to your home folder, go to your home directory. I hope you are aware of the path. Now there is bash rc. Now open with the notepad. So the same thing is here in the notepad, and the same thing I have
So
written here.
instead of notepad, you have to write notepad.exe in the WSL, then it works, I think.
Okay, so let me try notepad.exe. Yeah, it is working. Correct. Somebody has pointed. Very right. Did you got the point?
Yes,
You
sir.
can open with the notepad. You can write something more. Echo welcome to TDS course. Let me assign some variable. So how to assign some variable? Export. I want that all the children also access that variable. Suppose I assign a token. Okay. Open AI token, and I write something here. I save it and I exit it. I hope that thing is there. So how can I check that? I can cat it, correct? And if I cat it, this is there. But if I type it, echo dollar, if I want to see that this variable value, I can paste the name here. But if I press enter, nothing happens. Why? Because that bash rc means this line of code has not run yet. Okay, so the bash rc is something that is run on a startup. So if I start the app, so whenever the terminal start, the bash rc run, and each and every lines run. Okay, L -2 and okay, so this is the last two line that has run.
Yeah, how did you run it, sir? You went
What
to,
whenever you will start, whenever you will start the new terminal, okay,
oh,
the bash rc will automatically run.
oh,
Okay, and this is the lines. So this variable should now be open to me. So I can now echo it. Open AI token. Okay, now I am able to access it. Here it doesn't happen. So if you want that, there is one more thing, source dot bash rc. It does it rerun the bash rc. If you write the source bash rc, it rerun the bash rc, and now you can do the open. But anyway, the safe thing is just close this and reopen the new things. Okay.
sir, source is a command to run the only bash rc, nothing else.
Source is command to run any means it available every instance means you source whenever you want to activate any virtual environments or other things. So source is used in many ways. So source, you can think like
So
that it run the bash rc again.
we can actually run the scripts that we have written using source.
I think yes, but the variables will be available to parents and the current process.
Sir, hello.
Yes.
Sir, actually, sir, I was late today to join the program. So will the videos be available, sir?
Yeah.
Okay, okay. By today or by tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
Okay, sir. Okay.
So source, you can think it execute the thing, but it also make so somebody has asked one question like, can I access the child process variable to parent? So you can think the source do the same thing. So maybe I have ls, I can cat y, and if I do echo or dollar name, so doesn't do. If I okay, so let me open the y. Okay. So there was one question, no? BIY. Okay. So suppose I define one variable age equal to 10, and if the y is there, if I run y and if I do now echo $a, I'm not able to access it. But if I do source y, okay, now it run it, but if I do echo a, I am able to access that particular variable. So from child to parent, you can do the source. From parent to child, you can use the export.
Okay, sir. Nice.
Okay.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but is yesterday's lecture available on YouTube, because I'm unable to find it?
It will be available, I think, by today and end of the day.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so I hope you understand the bash RC and usage of source. Correct. So let me note it down here. So it assign var1. So this is the thing. There is one more thing I should add. Versus source and your script. And in script, if there is something, then that value will be accessed to parent 2. Okay. So the important thing is you should be able to understand the use of bash RC and use of source thing. Let me clarify something. If you go to your TDS portal and if you go to the there is export command. Okay, so every time you need to write token again and again. So you can copy your token and you can save in your bash RC with the open API key, and then your LLM command will work. Okay.
Hello, sir.
Sir, sorry, sir, I couldn't follow.
What I told means there is LLM thing. There is one program LLM. You will learn if you go ahead in upcoming weeks. So LLM requires a token. Okay. So LLM requires a token. Means every individual has different token. So you generate
sir, for
your
this
token.
one only the proxy link is working.
What
Hello?
is working?
That unproxy link, from that if you are generating a token, then only the answer is showing correct.
I didn't get your point.
Sir, like if we are going directly to the API and we are generating the key, it's not working. If you are generating the one circulating in between, that time if you are using the Anand proxy some token, from that one what key is generating, it is working.
Okay, we will in Saturday and Sunday we will talk more about the things.
Yeah, well, sir, two questions.
Yeah.
Can I ask sir, two small questions?
Yeah.
Hello.
Okay. Can you wait for 2 minutes? Let me clear.
Yeah, sure,
this part. Yeah. So what I was telling that every time you open the terminal, you need to provide this command again and again to run the LLM script, the LLM command, and for that you can write this thing in your export means in your bash RC. Okay.
Bash.
Yeah. Someone was saying something. You can say again.
Hello, sir.
Yeah. What was your two questions?
Sir, I have two questions. First question is that, sir, this will be the morning session for project. I am not able to locate on YouTube.
There is no morning session till now.
Because it's showing there. And second question, sir, when we are putting our answers and we are like, if we are closing the system or anything, it's showing the less correction. Then we have to redo it again. It's showing like it's already showing corrected.
So if it is correct, then that answer you have to
No,
correct.
no, you're not getting my point. For example, if I log in again, it is showing incorrect. Then again, I have to write it again. So how the marking will be going to be?
The last answer that you have provided, that will be counted.
Because it is showing this one, the score is showing +10. Okay, but if I log in again, it is again showing less.
Okay, so
we have to save it or something like that.
Okay, we will talk about that.
I think you need to ask that support team or something.
If the issue is, yeah.
But this issue has been raised many times, two, 3 times. Every time they are telling it will be sorted soon, but it's still not sorting out. Because like today also I'm doing GA2. Some questions, even after putting correction, if I'm closing the screen, because every time we have to update or install new softwares. So that time we have to restart the system. After that, when we come back, we open it again. It is showing is incorrect. Then we have to.
I got your point. There is some issue with the portal.
Okay, sir.
We will soon try to resolve that issue. Okay.
Okay. One last, sir. This session will be recording, right?
Yes, it is recorded. It is currently recorded.
Thank you so much, sir. Because thank you so much.
Sir, I have one question. I'm sorry to ask this. Would you like me to ask it now, or would you like me to ask it later in the session?
If the question is related to the topic, then it is good. The tomorrow session and the Sunday session, I think it is for the GA related things only and the other things. So today's session is related to the setup. So, yeah.
Okay, so this question is not related to the setup, sir.
Okay, so I think we have dedicated session, so we will cover there. Okay. Okay, so yeah, so we have talked about the bash RC. Then I told you, no, there is different environment variables, and there is one very important environment variable which is this path variable. Okay, so this path has something. This is the one part. Okay, this path is separated by colon. Okay, this is tilde. This is this thing. Okay, this is this thing. Okay, so that is the thing. Let me open this Ubuntu version, and if I do print env here, and there is a home TDS local bin, and these are the things. There is no tilde, right? Okay, here the tilde is present. Okay, just forget everything. So can you see there is path? This is one path. The path is separated by tilde. This is the one path. This is the another path. Okay. So these are the different folder locations. In path variable, there are different folder locations are saved. Okay. So what is path? Different folder locations. So it is something like that. Folder 1, colon, folder 2, colon, folder 3, colon. Okay. Okay, so you got the point. Okay, so let me copy the cat SI, and let me copy this thing. This was the previous session. In previous session, let me nano SI dot sh, and let me paste it here. Yeah, so I am right now saving it. Okay, so now we have si.ss.
Sir, how do I open it in different tabs?
Not different. You can write here. You cannot open in different tab. If you open in different tab, then that will be different Ubuntu version.
Okay.
Means that will be the different cell. Okay.
Okay.
So
this is a different machine that I installed yesterday.
What is VI that you used just now?
Just like nano, VI is a command line editor. Okay.
Okay.
So you can use Nano, Notepad, VI, anything. Okay. So I have written this script. Where is this script?
In the home directory.
Yeah, we can write the PWD to check that.
User directory, yeah, sorry.
I want to run this, so I can write, if I write si.sh, will it run? It not run. It is saying that this command is not found. So it is treating as a command. If I want that it don't treat as a command, I need to write /. Then now it is running, but it is saying that the permission denied. So I need to give the permission. And what is the command for giving permission? chmod +x and si.sh, the file name. The path you can provide like this, or by default it takes. So now if I run it, it will run, but it is saying that I want some standard input. These inputs I want, so I will provide that inputs 100, 20, 3 years. So it is calculating the simple interest for 100 value, principal 20 and okay. Suppose I move to the another folder, test, and now I write .sish. I am not able to run it. Now if I write the SISS, it is saying command not found. So I want, okay, so there is two things. One is the script, one is the command. Okay. So this is running the script and this is running the command. So why not I treat this as a command? The command is also, what is command? What is program? In Linux, everything is files and folder, correct? This is what I told you. So the program that we run, the app that we run, means even this ls command, this ls is also command, correct? This ls is also a file. So this ls is also a file. Okay. My script that we are running, that is not a command. That is also a file. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Why not give it to treat like a command, just like a program file? So whatever the things are treated as a command, as a things that are kept in some folders, and that folder path we provide in the path variable. Okay. So this is the path variable. I can echo it. Okay. So I want that instead of path variable, I want that at the end, it adds my current directory. The current directory is tilde. So this is different folder. Okay. So the folders are separated by column. So this is the tilde. I am providing another folder. This is the previous all folders, means these all text. So if I echo it, the same thing happens, but there are tilde comes. So this is another folder, but this is not a path variable. I need to set as a path variable. So I will write path. Okay. And I will export it. That path is equal, and I will export it. Okay. Or it does not read export actually. You can normally assign it here. Export is needed in bash RC. Anyway, I think export is needed. So I will go to the okay, let us try now.
Sir, I have a doubt. After path, you have written $path. Why is that part needed? Why can't we just have the semicolon tilde between the...
Okay. So I told you, no, if you write path, it will print path. But if you write $, it will treat it like a variable.
Okay.
So I am saying that copy all the things. I don't want to miss the previous folder. So what does the path contain? Path contain all the folders, correct? So I want that take all the folders and also add one more folder, tilde.
Okay. Got it. Makes sense.
So this is presented by $path, which is already there. and I am adding one more path, and this I am storing as a path variable.
Yeah, to the existing one, I'm adding another folder. Basically.
Correct. Okay. So now I will able to, I am in any folder. I can just write si.ss, and I will able to use this as a command.
So one more doubt. This si.sh, what is the sh? What file type is this .sh?
SS means script. In Linux, you can rename anything. Okay, so don't keep attention in extension name. SS means bash. Okay, so you can think like a bash. So it is a bash script. That is why it is SS. But the extension name does not matter. You can rename it anything. Okay. So if I go to previous folder and if I rename, the rename is done with the move command itself. So now SI will work. There is nothing like extension in the Linux.
Sir, what is the command for renaming, sir?
The same command, you move that file and just provide the correct name.
Yeah, move from file 1 to file 2. Yeah, there's no separate rename command.
Yeah.
Sir, can you please
and one more thing, you can check that where is this SI. So where is this SI? So which SI? Yeah, I will come to that. Which SI? You can check that thing. It will show the path. It is not showing here. So if I write which ls, it is showing the path.
Sir, I can't see your screen, sir. I'm able to see only your presentation.
Is other people? Are you not able to see that my
no, sir.
WSL?
No, sir.
No, sir. We are not able to see your WSL.
No,
we are actually able to see your presentation.
Oh, for how long it is happening?
Last 5 minutes, sir.
Not very long, sir.
Last 5, just few minutes only. Earlier we were able to see.
Now are you able to see the
now yes. Now yes.
Yes, sir.
That up till the path part, everything was visible. After the path part, then it was not.
Okay, so what I was telling that, so if I now echo the path, there is my home folder is there. Okay. So I am in any folder. Suppose I am in test folder. I can treat the things, the files there as a command. Okay. All the files there, you can do ls in home directory, and all the file will be treated as a command. So this file will be treated as a command. Okay. So there is something similar. Okay. So, and there is one more thing, which if you type ls, so the ls is a file which is located in user bin. So this program is situated here. Okay. The same thing I have written. You can know that where that particular folder is there, and you can write the same thing. Okay, you can write the same command, this export, in the bash rc initially. Okay. So actually everything is written there. So you can write in bash rc, and which code is a command to know that where is the thing. You can write this thing into bash rc. I hope there is no doubt in this part. No doubts?
Sir, where is also a command?
It is for the CMD. So similar thing happens in command line. So this is for Windows user. So if you are using CMD, command line means this thing, this CMD command prompt. Okay. So here you need to write where to check. So like if you write code, no. So code I think doesn't work here. But if you write PowerShell, and if I write code, I am able to open the VS Code. Correct? Right? And if I search on code, VS Code, I can double click here and I can again open the VS Code. Am I correct?
Yeah.
If I search VS Code, if I click option and open file location. There is one shortcut here. I can open again file location, and this is the code.exe. Can you see that?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
If I double click on it, the same code is opening, correct? So actually, which program is running? This program is running, correct?
Yeah.
Where it is located? Here. In the user Ritik app data local program Microsoft VS Code, correct?
Yes, sir.
How this PowerShell know that the command is located here? Due to the path variable, and you can write where code. I think command is different. It is get command code. Okay.
Sir, your screen is again frozen.
No, sir. No.
It is visible for me.
Yeah, so you can write get command code, and you can see the exact path, the same path that is visible here. Okay, so there is path variable, and for Windows, you can check it here like echo.
Sir,
you
you
can
need to remember the commands for.
No. You need to remember the command, just this thing. Okay, just understand the bash RC and the path variable in Linux. Okay, we are going to operate on Linux. Just remember these two things.
DOS is not required.
Huh?
DOS command prompt is not required. DOS.
Yeah, PowerShell is not required.
Not required. Thank you, sir.
But I am showing that side by side Windows.
Yeah,
so that,
for understanding. Yes, perfect.
Okay, so this part we did. SIP, that code that we have written, the simple interest program, we have made as a command line tool. In Windows, many times you install some software, and that is meant to access on your command line, but that is not accessible. So suppose I install a game, Mario game I installed, and I double click here. I start the game, and it is there. Okay, but it is not in command prompt. Is this Mario game is visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I can game that, but I want to access in the CMD. Okay, so I want something like Mario, the game should come, or SMBX, the same game should come. So what I can do, I can search the Mario game. I can go to the file location. This is a shortcut, so I will go and open the file location. This is the main exe. So I will copy this path. I will search for the environment variable. There is path variable here, correct? You can go and edit this variable. There I have already added. Let me delete it. Here you can add a new path variable, paste the path. Okay, and done. The folder is set in the path. So this is how we do in Windows. Whenever you install any application, you see that add to environment variable. There is one option comes like, so that automatically add to the path variable. But if it is not done, then you need to go edit, and here you need to done manually. And now if I open my command prompt, I can write SMBX, because this folder is accessible. Okay, so the folder, the file name is SMBX. Now I am able to open the same game with the command line, with the path variable.
Sir, how did you open the environment variable? Sir, sorry.
Just search for the environment variable in Windows. Press enter. Sorry. Okay. Edit environment variable. There is path. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you. Path. Yeah.
You need to go edit, and you can add a new thing. Okay. There are many paths that are already saved by default. So in Windows, you don't need to do command line, but in Linux, you need to do command line. In Linux, there is no GUI for setting up environment variable. Okay. So in summary, Linux, there is, let me summarize, there is hardware. On top of that, you can install the operating system, and you can do the things. And here you can install the hypervisor to run a separate operating system. Then there is another thing on hardware. You can directly install the hypervisor. and hypervisor will run the different operating system, which happens usually in cloud. And there is one thing that we will use, that we install the operating system, but operating system has already Hyper-V, the Windows operating system, that has also access to the hardware, and the Hyper-V can create a WSL, and on WSL we can create a multiple operating system, and the normal things will work. Okay. Okay. So one question I will ask here. The VS Code I have installed here, correct? And if I open in Windows, Visual Studio Code, I have set up the themes and all the themes are coming here, right? Correct?
Right.
All the extensions are coming here. Can I access that VS Code from this machine? No, correct? We cannot access because this is a different machine. This is a different computer. This is computer 1, this is computer 2. This is computer 1, this is computer 2. So there
sir,
is, yeah.
can we share files and folders between the two systems?
Yeah, that is the thing I'm asking. So from common sense, I have installed the code in this operating system. Will this be accessible to this operating system? No, right? But in in the thing, if I write code, I'm able to open the VS Code of the Windows operating system. How? The answer lies in path variable. If I write the path, and here you will able to see somewhere that yeah, this path is there. There are some Windows path is there, like Java path is there. Yeah, the program files is there, right? The Python of Windows is also exposed. I have installed the JetBrains ID, that is also exposed here. Okay, the game is also exposed here. You can see it is in the mntc directory. Okay, so Linux treat everything as a directory, and since what the question I'm saying, since this WSL has access to hardware, correct? And hardware have the partitions C, D, E. The Windows think like C is a drive, I will access and install the file access. But WSL thinks like I have everything files, and WSL what do? It mounts the C directory also in the MNT directory. And from there it is able to access since it is in the path variable. Okay. You got the point?
Yes, sir.
Sir, can you repeat, sir?
I am saying that the VS Code install in the Windows operating system, then why I am able to access the VS Code in the Linux operating system? That is the question. I haven't installed. I have created a new machine, right? The Ubuntu machine I have created, and I am saying it is a different machine. Then how I am able to run the Windows VS Code in this machine? That is the question, and that I answered that because this Linux machine has access to the files, correct? And that files path is already present here. That files path is present. You can see here.
Yeah, MNTC program files.
Yeah, in the program files there is VS Code. There will be some more folders there. It is really hard to see the files. Okay. Anyway, you got the point. Okay, so then what we did after that, we do the CRUD operation. We create a Python file for the simple interest program. We write that p is equal to sys.org v, and take the first argument, we pass into integer, and the same thing can be done in Linux with the p is equal to that $1. The print command can be done in the echo mode. So print variable, you directly write variable like this and string like this. But in the echo, the variable are written like this, and normal string you can write like this. So this is not treated as a object, but in Python it is treated as an object. And then we do everything on this SIP. We create some files, folders, we run it, we give the executable permissions. We made this as a command line tool. That's all. That is for the Linux part. Now we are moving to the authentication methods. I am taking a 2-3 minute breaks, and after that we will continue. Okay. That's fine.
Yeah, okay, sir.
Okay, so we will continue.
Do we have anybody in the class from computer science background, and who must have read all these things and understood very well before?
Prasad, one thing I will answer.
Sir.
Don't call me sir. Okay, I am also a student just like you.
No problem.
The Linux course is a part of our course. Means if you know system command course, there is a one programming course, right?
Correct. Diploma in programming.
Yeah. So in system command, you will learn all the commands, and that is very depth. And I am just telling you the first week of that. Course.
Actually, because there is no the point is, because there is no dependency inbuilt in these subjects, I thought I will actually finish all the diploma in data science courses.
Yeah, so you can prepare after this session. You can prepare. I can assure you that the things that I am covering in these slides. Okay. Soon I will find the way to provide the slide to all of you.
Okay.
The things that are mentioned in this slide, that is more than enough for your TDS course.
Okay. Sure.
So,
but after seeing
there is more resources on the slide, and the links are there present. You can go and read if you need. I am pretty sure that you don't need.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. Thank you.
Okay, so I am going for drinking some water. I will come at 9:15.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I was just chit chatting with
you can continue within yourself. Okay.
Yeah.
But please maintain the decorum. Yesterday some bad thing happened, so please don't do that. Okay.
Oh, sorry, I didn't know that. Okay. Sure. So I mean, I was just asking if somebody is there from the computer science background, so that instead of bothering the instructor every time, we can also probably take help from our co-students. So I was just wondering if there is anybody.
Yeah, that would be good.
Has anyone yet been able to get more than 8 on the GA1?
Not even. Actually, I'm still going through it. Did not start. First question only I answered. That's it.
Yeah, I've been doing it for 4-5 days, and I'm only able to get 6 maximum.
Oh.
And that also after a lot of chat GPT and discourse and everything.
So you scored. You were able to answer only 6 questions so far, or
No, I'm able to get 6 marks. I'm able to answer 11, 12 questions, and I'm getting 6 out of 10.
Oh, okay.
What are the questions you're not able to solve? Maybe we can discuss and solve with each other.
The only ones I'm not able to solve is this Git and Bash and all these ones, GitHub ones. And there's one Unicode question also, that also I'm not getting the answer to.
I did still, I am at 3 score, but I think right now I'm doing the Unicode one just now only. So let's see if it is done or not.
Yeah, two of them I'm able, like there are 3 files in the Unicode question. Okay, so 2 of them I just copy pasted in Excel and I put a filter on top that I want the count of how many symbols there are. But the third one I'm not able to copy paste even. So that is why I'm not able to do the question.
Maybe we can keep in touch and let's see.
Yeah. Is there any WhatsApp group for this TDS questions and answers?
Yeah, if we have such group, that's good to interact with each other. Otherwise, we don't know how to, ping somebody and how to get in touch with somebody and all. We don't know how to take help, how to give help. Also, we don't know.
You guys know about the Ace Trade website?
Which website?
Ace Trade.
Yeah, that I know.
So
So
you all,
there is the link.
Can you
There
put
is
it?
a link.
I'm not able to understand which site.
I'm saying that there are the links of the WhatsApp groups for all courses.
Oh, okay.
Oh, thanks for telling us.
Yes, great. Okay.
okay, so you are discussing how to cheat on GH in S grade. Okay.
Sir, not cheat, discuss.
No, sir, we were just discussing like, are there any WhatsApp groups?
Oh,
How to
okay.
interact with each other, because we don't know how to. I mean, how. Let's say somebody is able to help and I need help. I don't know how to reach out to somebody in this group who knows about it and stuff like that. That's what we are trying to figure out.
Okay. Okay, hope you can do that.
Yes, sir. Yeah, continue. Yeah.
Yeah, there is
Sir, also
Discord
one
group.
more thing in TDS, there's OPPE. So what will be asked in OPPE?
Okay,
Yeah,
I think,
it's. Yeah, I
there
think it's
will be a session for that. Actually, I don't know exactly. Let me clear that
Okay, sir.
I am the TA. Okay, just like you all, and I am new to the TDS team. So many operational related thing. Please tag Carlton sir and Jivraj sir. They will able to answer the parts more clearly. So okay,
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
for the technical means the operational things. Okay.
Sure, sir.
Okay. So let's move to the authentication methods. So what do you mean by authentication method? So one thing, you go to Facebook and you want to log in. So what you provide, you give email. So you are the client. And there is a Facebook server. Okay. So this is a Facebook server. There is some resources for user 1. There is some resources for user 2. There is some resources for user 3. And there is a one backend server for the Facebook. You first go to you give your email name, email and password, and you give to the backend server. It has database and it checks, and based on that, it gives you that particular file path and the permission to do all the CRUD operations, right? Am I audible?
Yeah, you're audible.
Yeah.
You're audible, but it is breaking little bit.
Okay. It is breaking. Can another people clarify? Is my voice?
Now it is better.
No, it was breaking just for a moment only. We are able to hear.
Okay. So this is the usual way, but for this thing, you need to keep your email password your side, and Facebook also store the email password. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
So password can be leaked from the client side also, from the Facebook side also. Email is generally exposed to public, everyone, right? So the public, so just say there is public, and public know your email. Okay. So there are 3 things. One is email, which is known to public. Then one is password, which is known to client and Facebook. And client come with both email password. Facebook say, yeah, you are the part of our team, and this is the resources allocated to you. I can give you. That is the normal username password. There is also one more thing, token. Okay, the token is, you can think exactly like the password. But what happens, generally the token is generated by the backend server. So there is client, then there is server, and then there is normal public. Server generates some token and that token can be revoked. So server generate the token. Okay. Here who generate the password? Client generate the password, right? Here server generate the token, and the generally authentication happen with the email password. So first authentication happen within the email password. Then server generate the token, and then that token is sent to client. Okay. So what happened? You log in, you first logged in. The first step is logged in with username and password. Then server generate the token and you store the token. And whenever you request, you just give your token. Or you can say sometime you give your email and token. Okay. The public know only your email, nothing else. Neither.
Sir, is it OTP? The token?
You can think like that, but that is different. OTP is extra thing, but the token is. What happens in OTP? You enter the email password, then OTP server generate and sent back to client, some safe client way, and there you paste it. So you can think like the OTP, exactly the way it works. But generally tokens, what we did, the client logged into the OpenAI, okay, with its email and password. Then OpenAI generate a token, and it say that go take token, and whenever you call with whenever you want to use my models, then you can use this token. Okay. So the same thing was happening here.
Sir, can you give an example of token, because I'm not getting exactly what
The token
is
is here. Yeah, the token is here. When you, I will give the example. Don't worry.
Okay,
But
sir.
I will give the example. Don't worry. Okay. But this thing is the token. Okay. Just keep in mind that this export, you are storing a token. You can see here. So
Okay,
this is
sir.
a token. This is a token based authentication. So one example is there in your course, which is LLM. The username password is your simple Google login. And there is public private key, the SSH login. We will do as a Git part. Okay. The token can also be done in the GitHub. Okay. So example is okay for you. The Google login is example of username password, or Facebook login. The LLMs, the way you will interact with LLM is example of token based. The GitHub you can also use the token based, but it is not recommended. Okay. GitHub we use the public private key. Okay, so what is the public private key? So there is client. Am I audible?
Yes,
and my
sir.
screen. So this is a client. Client generate token. Generate public key. Generally the name start like this, something. So private key. And then the public key. It generates two things, and it is regenerable. Okay. It can be generated again and again, and each time it will be different. The public key will look something like this. It is just a string, A, B, C, 1, 2, 3, some string, a very long string. The private key, the public key is also a string. Okay. Then there is server. You again logged into the server first. You need to log into the server with your email and password. Okay. Then there okay, the client can be many. Okay, there can be one client, there can be, means the same client can be many, so there could be many computers, one computer, two computer. Here can be only one, but here can be many computers, means different, means any client. Okay, this logged in, okay, this logged in can be, so suppose this client is one. Okay, client one, so this logged in person could be client 2 also. Okay, this could be client 1 also. Anyone could be logged in. It is not necessary to log in this email password. This email password is no more required. Okay, okay. So here you share your public key. Here you save the public key. Then there is something known as public, means normal people. There you can also share your public key. Means the client share the public key to any server, any number of server. This public key is shareable. This you can share. This never share. Okay. Okay. So before going to GitHub part, I think I need to hear.
Sir, did not understand much, sir.
Yeah, I have not explained much. I have not done the practical part also. I will do the practical part. But just understand that this is a client computer. This is a server. The client has a private key and the public key. This comes in pair. Okay, this is a pair which is generated by the client. Okay, and the client share this public key with somehow with the, so here the public key is there, and this public key can be shared to multiple servers also. There is no issue. Okay, the same public key. Okay, what happens? Let us do the authentication. This computer say that okay, so there is one resource to this particular person, public key. So this is a resource. Suppose what is the resource? There is a file a.py. Okay, and the public, this is a file associated with a particular person known as client 1. This computer asks to the server that give first authenticate me as a client 1. Okay, the client 1 has the public key set and this file. Okay, this computer say that I am client 1. Then this server generate a token or generate a things with the help of public key, with public key. Okay, with public key. You can say that with public key it encrypt. Okay, you can say it encrypt, but it doesn't. I don't know what exactly do, but you can say that with the help of public key it encrypts it, and it share it to him. Suppose it is what 1 2 3. So it takes 1 2 3. Then this computer use its private key and it decrypts it, and decrypted to suppose auth. Then this auth is shared to the server back. So there are three flows. The first flow, authenticate me. So the server say, oh, you are the person as a client 1. Let me check you. I have shared you the string. Can you decrypt it? The client say yes. I have the private key. I can decrypt it. The things to note that You can encrypt with the public key, but the decryption cannot be done. 1, 2, 3 cannot be decrypted. Cannot be decrypted by public key. So this is very fascinating to new users who don't know how the cryptography, how the one-way function, hash function, means there are many things. This might be a surprising to you that you have encrypted something with your public key. Okay, but you cannot decrypt with that public key. The things can be decrypted with the private key, which is generated initially as a pair. In short, I am again saying you what the things. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
The client say that, hey, I am client 1. Server say, okay, you are the client 1. It generates some number, random number ABC. Then it encrypt with public key, and it generates, suppose, XYZ. It say that, okay, you can decrypt it. Let's take this XYZ and decrypt it. And the point is, this XYZ cannot be decrypted with the public key. The XYZ, if you use your public key and you try to decrypt as ABC, it won't happen. It can be decrypted with private key only. And it will be decrypted like XYZ. Then it say, okay, I have decrypted
ABC.
it.
No, ABC.
Yeah, ABC, sorry. ABC, and the client will send back that, yeah, I have decrypted it, take it. And now server say, yeah, I know that you are client 1. Okay, so let us generate the SSH key.
So that means client 1 can be recognized through a particular private key, which only client 1 knows.
Yes, if client 1 share to other person, then that can also.
Yeah. Okay, it's like a password. If he shares it, everybody will behave like me. If I share my password, you will log in as me and you will behave like me and all that stuff. So that's a understood thing. So similarly, private key, as long as it is kept with the client 1, and so whoever has that private key, they will behave like client 1.
Correct.
To the server.
Correct.
And who will give this public key and private key to the client in the beginning, sir?
Yeah, that is we are going to, and it will be more clear if I go more practical rather than theory.
Sure.
Okay. So I have this computer, and I go to my GitHub account. Okay. I have already logged in with username and password. Okay. I want to say that, okay, I want to, there is a test directory I have created. Yeah, it is here. I say that, okay, the test directory has this thing. I want to edit with my VS Code, my own computer, without going. So, okay, is everyone know what is Git and what is GitHub?
I don't know, sir.
Okay, so let me first clear that what is Git and GitHub. Then I will go to the practical part. Okay. So do you know version control? The Git is the version control system, and GitHub is a cloud provider to save that. Okay. In very simple, cloud to save. So let me clarify with example. I open one photo, okay. I can open any photo. I can take the screenshot. I can take the one screenshot. I can open it, and I can do some task. Okay, here I can write something here. I can write something here. Then I can go back and I can go forward. Correct?
Yeah.
The same thing going back and forward, I want in code also. So in VS Code also, if you write something, you can go back and you can go forward, correct? But generally this type of thing doesn't, we don't want, means this is okay. But if I close the app, can I go back and forward? No. The next point is, I have created many files, then I do another work. So I want a checkpoint. So suppose I have I have created one file. I wrote 10 lines of code. Then I create a checkpoint. Okay. Okay. Think like a game. You play the Mario game. The Mario game has checkpoint. You start the game. You play something. You reach a level and it saved as a checkpoint. Correct. Then you go ahead, then it is saved as a checkpoint. You go ahead and in between you lost the game before the next checkpoint. Then where you go back, you return back to here, not in the starting position. Am I right? Am I audible?
Yeah, you are audible.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So are you understanding this analogy? You start a game. So you can think like a level. You cross the level 1, okay? You pass the level 1, then you go to level 2, you pass the level 2, then you go to level 3. If you lost in level 3, did you again need to start again?
Yeah, you have to start again the level 3 only, because you created level 2.
We go back to the last saved checkpoint.
Yeah, so I think this is level 2, this is the starting of level 1, this is the starting of level 3. So you start back to here, correct? So same thing Git provide, exactly same thing Git provide. This is a version control for your code. You write some code, then you do the checkpoint. That checkpoint in Git is known as commit. So this is commit 1, okay? This is commit 2. I mean, this is commit. Yeah, you just forget about the numbering, okay? I hope you understand the point. So in Git, it provides the thing. Now the same information, all the storage, the thing you can push on the cloud. All the information you can push on the cloud, and all the information you can see on the cloud. You can see here the commits. I have many commits. So this is the checkpoint 1, 2, 3, 4. These are the different checkpoints. So these commits are the different checkpoints. And GitHub provide to save all this information in a very good way. You can save in your Google Drive also, but you cannot do the operation on that. Like here I can see all the commit, but in Google Drive you cannot see all the commits, right? Because it will be saved as a file. Anyway, so Git is a software, okay? So in short, Git is a software and GitHub is a cloud provider. So Git is a software to save or to make checkpoints. And the checkpoint in Git is known as commits. Should I go ahead?
Yes, sir. GitHub is a
Yes,
provider, service provider.
Yeah, GitHub is a service provider. I have a extra space here. I have forgot. Okay. No issue. So the first step I talked about is okay. So I open a documents and I will make a folder TDS. Here it is TDS. I will open the terminal by means I can open the WSL also here. So how to open WSL here? Can anybody guide that? if I do, I mean, I want to come here. I want to come here. But my current path is, am I audible? My current path is tilde. I want to come this folder.
So do a CD.
CD.
Slash home. Slash mount. MNT.
Yeah, MNT.
Slash C. Slash users.
Right?
Yeah.
And how can I make sure that I am here? The path is already here, present, and I can do ls, and I'm able to see the project folder.
Yeah.
Yeah, pwd also. That's it will output the same thing. Okay. So now there is one command that you need to remember: git clone. Okay. And I want to clone this directory. I want to know, I want to write this code in my local VS Code. So make sure go to code and go to SSH, not HTTPS. Okay. Because if you go HTTPS, then you need to do token based authentication. Okay. The HTTPS is for token based authentication. The SSH is for the public private key authentication. So which authentication we are going to do? Public private key, correct?
Yeah.
Am I?
Yes, sir.
So just copy this thing. And paste it here. The test directory has been created. It will ask for the something. Just provide yes.
Sir, what happened?
Some error I am getting, permission denied, public key. Okay, the public key set is permission denied. Okay, so we need to set, I think, first public key. Okay, let us set it first. Okay, so just forget everything. Now we are doing the public private key authentication first. So first you need to write one code. Okay, that's okay. Sorry for everyone, guys. I would like to say some sorry. Go to Linux, go to your things. I am going to this home folder, TDS. And I think I have already generated SSH. Let me delete this folder. And yeah, that's fine. Now I will open my Ubuntu 22 version. And now I am in TDS, okay? Yeah. So just note one thing, okay? The first thing is you need to install the Git. Okay, sorry?
Yes, sorry to ask very basic doubt. Sometimes you are saying Ubuntu, sometimes you are saying Linux. Are they one and same? Are they different?
Yeah, so there are different type of operating systems, okay? So Linux is a style of, you can say, I mean, Linux is actually a kernel, but Ubuntu is you can say it is a type of Linux. There is other Linux also. Like
so Linux would be an architecture, right? And
yeah,
Ubuntu would be an operating system.
Linux distribution. So there could be a different type. So there is you can no Windows 10, Windows 11. There are different Linux also.
Versions
Ubuntu
of Windows.
Arch Linux is there. Fedora is there. CentOS is there. Kali Linux you might have seen that hackers use, right?
It means Linux is the operating system and Ubuntu is like a
Linux,
software.
Yeah, you can say, but the operating system is actually the kernel. Okay, so Linux distribution has so actually Linux is told to the kernel is known as Linux. Means if you go to terminology, that is different. But whenever we in normal language say Linux, what do we mean? Operating system. Okay, but terminology wise, it is little bit different. You can search on internet. Okay, so I am in this folder, and here if I type ls -l, this is the thing. The first thing you need to install the Git. You can do sudo apt install Git. It is already installed, so it won't install. It will say it is already installed. So nothing upgraded, nothing happens. Okay.
So it is necessary to install in Ubuntu, or it is?
No, it is already installed. It comes with pre-built. You don't need to reinstall. But I told you that
because
this is
in
how to
my
install.
computer
There is no need to install Git. It is by default installed. Okay, but you can upgrade if you want, update. Anyway, so let us generate the authentication key. It will ask something, just press enter, enter, enter. And you can see the folder here. Nothing is special, but just keep on the folders. There are 4 folders only, right? If I refresh it, there is one more folder, .ssh. Just go there. There are 2 files. This is a private key. This is a public key. Just see in see. If I write tree,
Sir, your voice
I can
is
see
breaking,
everything.
sir.
Okay.
Sir, we can't hear you at
Okay,
all.
connected. Yeah, I just restart my things. Is screen visible? And so what I told that do you were there that okay, let me restart again.
Yeah, we followed you. The new folder is created .ssh.
Yeah, so if I run the SSH minus keygen, this will generate the public and private key. And if I refresh it, the SSH folder is there. There is 2 files. Never share this private key. This is the private key. This is the public key. I can directly open with the notepad and copy the text. And in Linux, in in CLI, how can you do? You can type a tree, and I will type the .ssh. So there is the 2 files you can see. So I am in home folder itself. So I want to go to home folder. There is .ssh folder, and you can press tab to know what the files are there. So these are the files present. I want to read this file. So I will write .pub. That's all. I press enter. This is the text that will come. I will select the text, copy the text. The public key I have copied. Okay. So tree.ssh. So I have cat this folder, and this is the cat command that did. You can copy it. If you don't understood, go to the Linux, go to your distribution, go to the home, go to your folder, go to the SSH, and just open with the notepad, and you can copy it. Done. Now I have logged in with username. I will go to the cloud. Now I am in cloud. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you are audible.
I will go to the settings. Then I will go to the SSH and GPG keys. There is one key value pair already there. I will delete this. Okay. Yeah. So this is normally comes. I will go and here add my public key. I can write anything. TDS. This is authentication key. I can paste it. The string, very long string, and it is asking for my password. The SSH key is set here. I think it is wrong SSH key.
So here, sir, you write a key like any type, any words,
yeah,
anything.
So let me copy it. Yeah, just wait a second. This all is a single line, so I will copy it and I will paste it again. TDS. This is a single string. Okay, I think it is coming like that only. Okay, I have saved it. Yeah, someone was asking something.
Yeah, you write the keywords in Notepad. You can
I just
write any
open.
key.
I just open this file. You can open the. I have opened the file with Windows operating system. You can open the file with the Linux operating system. Both result in the same thing. You can copy from anything. Okay.
And this
Is your-
copied stuff has been pasted to the GitHub server. Huh?
Yeah. So this part we did. Initially, I told you, no, here the server we have to logged in with our email password and share the public key. So I generated the public key with SSH keygen. Then I logged in and share the public key. Got the point?
Okay, so sharing is basically manually we are copying this to the server. That,
Correct.
public.
Correct. So now we have shared it. Now let's move me to the test directory. There is some files. Okay, let me create one more test directory. So we are here in this directory. So I want to git clone the. Now I can do all the operation on my files. So I will copy this SSH and I will clone it. Okay.
Sir, what did you copy and where did you copy from, sir? This particular string.
Yeah, from code go to SSH. I want that this repository to come in my folders, in my file, and I want to operate on this file. So locally I have downloaded this repo. So let me clarify again if you don't understood till now. Go to your
no, main
Yeah.
confusion is what is the question. I mean, you're switching between the things, and I'm finding it difficult to understand what is what actually.
So you create. So suppose have you done any? Okay, so you write one Python file. Okay, in your local computer. You can store in the cloud, means GitHub. If you delete it, you can also retrieve back. So retrieving back is done with the git clone and that particular URL that you want to clone in your local. Okay, and that particular is the SSH URL.
Okay.
So this file I want to clone. Okay, if you don't want to clone, you can create in cloud a new repo T. Let's name it T. I go to the SSH and I will copy this part and let us git clone. It is cloning that T directory, T things. And if I do ls, you can see that there is the two things. I can do the tree command, and if there is -a, oh, there is -a. It is too much. Okay, don't. Yeah. So now we have the test, the already repo. This is a new repo which is empty. There is no files. Here is files and folders. I can create. I can delete the test folder. So now we have duplicated the T, okay, this repository. Okay. This is in the cloud and the same repository in my local computer. So I will create some files. Okay, let me open the VS Code so that you will understand it more. In the same folder, I have opened the, no, not in the same folder, so code dot. Dot means the current folder. Okay, the current directory. Okay, so I don't want in the current, I want to go to the T and I want to open this as a in VS Code. So now I am in the T directory where Git there is one hidden file which is Git. You can do ls -l T. I think I am already here. So there is, these are the another folder, but this is already one folder is created for you. So this is a folder that keep track of the checkpoints.
Sir, just can you please explain it again?
Okay, so there is Git. The Git
repository part.
Yeah, I'm telling you. The Git is a software, correct?
Right.
It manages the checkpoint, right?
Yes, sir.
Where it store the checkpoint? It store the checkpoint in a folder
GitHub.
known as .git. No,
Okay.
in a folder known as .git. Okay. And when you clone that repository, that it will comes with this folder, because here the Git will manage all the version things. So now you can operate normally. You can write a si.py. You can write p is equal to 100, r is equal to 20, t is equal to 3, and print p into r into t, and you can run it.
So how
Everything
you
works.
clone it? I just want to understand the process. How you clone it?
Okay, so what I did, I just typed the git clone and the SSH URL.
Okay.
And the SSH URL, you can go to your repository. So where is my repository? This is my repository, right? T. So this is my repository, which is empty by till now. That is why it is showing like that. This is the thing. So here I got the SSH key.
Sir, one second. You just showed the folder, and now you
I have in GitHub there is a repository T, which is empty repository, but
correct.
nothing is
Note
empty. There is one folder is already there, Git, which manages all the commits.
Okay.
So I have just copied that thing in my local.
Yeah, for getting the SSH, where did you go, sir?
Just go to your repository now.
Oh.
Where is my repository? Here all the repositories are there, correct?
Okay, okay.
So this is a repository, right? T.
Correct. You want T, correct.
And here it is HTTPS and SSH URLs.
Oh, when you open the T, okay, you'll get this SSH corresponding to that. Okay.
Yeah, for different thing, like if I
for
go
each
to the
folder,
deep learning.
Oh, for each folder, you'll have one .git folder again.
Yeah, for each folder there is .git folder, and their path is different. This path is different.
Okay. Okay, sure. Understood now. Little bit.
Okay, so I will open the terminal here. I can open the WSL. Yeah. The same thing is here. This same thing is here also. Okay. So the first thing that you need to do to maintain a checkpoint. So let me create a checkpoint. So here, if you go to object, there is no files and folder. Can you see there is no files and folder, right?
Right, sir.
So let us create a checkpoint. To create a checkpoint, just remember this: git dot means add everything in the, okay, sorry, git add dot add everything to the staging area. Now git commit and must provide the message with -m first commit. Press enter. Okay, before committing, I need to set the username and password, means who is the person who is saving it. So this is a configuration that you need to do. Git config before all the thing, global, and user.email. I think my screen is not good visible, so I can write the same thing here also. Okay, it will be more visible to all of you. Okay, git, I think the same thing. Yeah, same. Here it will be more visible. Git, if I write commit now, -m first commit, it will say error. It say that I need to configure the thing. The same thing I can copy, exactly the same thing. It is saying, no, please tell me who you are. Just read it. Don't bother that what happened. Okay, just read it. It is saying that please tell me who you are. So I am telling him who I am. I am HRM IITM. This is my username. How to know your username? Do you know?
No, sir. We don't know.
Okay, let me tell you. I think I should write again. HRM IITM. Yeah, now it is correct. The same thing, but now I need to provide the email. Okay, sorry. This is the email. I forgot it. Okay, let me clear. So this is my email. No, again I mistake. So this is my email. And this is my username. The command is same, the username. I think the same. Yeah, I think the command is user, not username. Okay, user.name. Sorry. The command is user.name. Okay, so you need to learn. You need to note this. There is config user email, the example and example. Okay. Anyway, let me clarify again. Sorry for the delay. The username, and then there is something known as email. The two things you need to provide. How to get? You can go to your GitHub. You can go to your profile. This at the top written is my username, and the email ID to which I logged in is my email ID. I think it will be visible in the settings. Yeah, so the username is this thing. Okay, this bracket thing. Go to settings. That is the username. The email ID will be somewhere also present in the accounts. Okay, the email ID you already know to which email ID you logged in, right? No issue in finding the username and email. Am I audible?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so now I can commit git commit -m first commit. Okay, the commit has been written, and you can see in object there are more files and folders, right? Suppose I create one more file b.txt. Okay, here I write something Then again I do the same thing. What the same thing that you have to do? Git add dot git commit -m message, second commit. You can see there are more file folders has been created if you have keep attention, right? All the checkpoints are being written here in this .git folder. Got the point? Okay, so we have created 2 files and we did the 2 commits. Now if I go to my account, if I refresh it, am I able to see the files that I have created?
Yes, sir. T.
T is the folder, but the file I have created, SIPY, the 2 files I have created, no? SIPY and B. Are you able to see that? No.
No, sir.
Why?
No,
Because
You
all the
have to
things
push now.
Yeah, correct. So what happened? We cloned it. Okay, so we cloned it. Now that is Git. Now then we modify the things .git, and we have created the files a.py, then b.txt. But the GitHub is there, so we need to push it. If you push it, it will update. So this is known as Git. Okay, so this step command is git add dot the current folder, add everything, then git commit -m your message to know that what the commit do, and to push it, just push as a origin main. So this is the branch name. So there are many other things that Git provides, but if you do this, the T repository will have the new Git and the new files and folders. Okay, so now if I write git push origin main, you will able that there is something is pushed, and here you can see that the code is there and there are 2 commits. The first commit is this one. This is the first commit, and this is the second commit. That in second commit we add the b.txt. So in short, let me summarize what we did. The first part is setup. The setup include install sudo apt install git. It is by default install. Config, you need to provide the email and name. Where is email and name? You got to know, go to your setting. Okay, GitHub setting. There you will able to find your name. Okay. There is now to authenticate, there are 2 ways to do the things. First, generate the key, then go to settings in GitHub cloud. Okay, then add your public key. Okay, and that's all the authentication done. Now if you do git add, git add, git commit, all the things will be pushed to your Okay, so now okay, so this is the authentication part. Just I think I messed up the things here. Okay, so this is the authentication. Then after the authentication, what you can do, this is the things, clone it, then add, commit and push. So clone, then do your task, then whenever you want to create checkpoint, add your current folder, commit your things with the message is required, and then you can push. Okay, and you can write git here. Okay, everywhere the git is there. So this is a part of git. The git has all these functionality, so git software you need to provide. So you understand, no, this is a software name, this is a functionality or options that we are giving to do, right? And it will create a different checkpoint. That's all. And if you do the token based authentication, you can go to the GitHub token generate, GitHub settings, developer settings. There is other way. So if you go to the developer settings, there is a personal access token. Go to token classics, generate new token, generate new token. It will ask for token name, then all the permission that you want to give, that you can give, and you can generate the token and keep the token in hand. And whenever you will push, okay, so what is the token, how the token will be different? In token, the steps will be same. These steps will be same. This step is required, this step is required. But whenever this SSH keygen is not required, but whenever you will push, okay, in token, everything is required. Just clone with HTTPS URL. Okay, here you need to clone with SSH, and in token you need to clone with HTTP. Then you can do the Git Add, then commit, and then push. But whenever you will push, then it will ask for the username again, and then it will ask for the password. Okay, and in the password you need to provide the token. You cannot provide your own password because GitHub has prohibited that. Now the password authentication is not supported. It was supported, I think, 2-3 years back, but now it is not supported. You can provide the token here and it will do. So every time you will push, you need to provide the username and password again and again in the token based system. And that is why it is not recommended at all. Just use the clone with SSH, add, commit and push. So I can redo the things. Okay, suppose I am working, let me do the summary part. So I am here, I want to create one new repository, new test. Okay, I have created a new repository. I will copy the SSH URL and I will go to my I can clone it. I will clone the things. It will clone it, and you can see in the tree diagram that there is no files and folder, but you can see that there is many more. There is only .git folder. Okay, there is only .git folder in new test that we have cloned it, right? And you can see that in the object there is no, in info there is no files and folder. Okay, so now I will move to the new test. I will create some files. I will create some more files. I will write in some files like echo hello, and okay, just so I can git add. Let add one commit point, one checkpoint. Git commit with message first, and that's all. if I do the tree, new test, okay, tree, you can see there are 2 folders and we have committed that. Let us create one more thing with a file name a.py, and if I do the tree command, there is a.py, but that file has not been included in the commit. So what I need to do, git add. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so just you need to write this thing. Okay, now this these 3 files has been done and the commit has been latestly done. So there are 2 commits there. You can do actually git log to see all the commits. So there are 2 commits. Okay, the first commit, this is the second commit, this is the first commit, this is their ID. Anyway, there are 2 commits. Now we can push git push origin main. Since I have already a private key and the server has my public key, it do authentication, and on the server means on my GitHub, it is already there with the 2 commits, and I can go and see the second commit. In the second commit, I have written a file where a hello text is present. Okay. So that's all from my side. Any doubt in Linux and Git? Yeah, it only done one for first login. Every time we open the Git login. No, every time you don't need. But Git add, Git commit, you need to do again and again. Am I audible?
Yeah, you are audible.
So thank you, everyone. Any doubt related to this?
We need to practice it, sir. Then only we'll understand.
Yeah.
We'll know whether we understand or not, because we see a lot of confusion going around, and unless we see what is a terminal, what is this, what is that, and we switch between these two, between those things, then only we'll get to understand. So we'll have to practice and get back to you.
Yeah, sure. So any feedbacks you want to give?
Good, sir. No.